So dear students, my parts of speech series is going on and we have done noun and we have even started pronoun, and in my previous video I have already told you lots of things about personal pronoun, their forms and all. In today's video, I'm going to tell you few more things about personal pronoun, and then we will one by one will go towards to learn another things also. So as we know that pronoun of the third person gender has three forms. So masculine like he, then feminine like she, and then neuter, that's called it. So today first of all we'll talk more about it, third person singular number, neuter gender, it. So it is always used about, certain things are there which we'll discuss today. So first let's talk about it as a thing, as a lifeless thing. So, it is used for lifeless things, like you can say, it is your bag, take it away from here. Or we can say that it is your book, just remove it from here. So we see that for lifeless objects, generally we use it for lifeless object. Okay, now it can be used for animals also, unless we wish to speak of them as male and female. Like we can say he loves his dog and he liked it very much. Okay, and I can say that I love my parrot and I feed it every day. So for example, if we say he loves his dog and cannot live without it, or we can say the horse fell and broke its leg, or we can say I love my parrot and every day I feed it with green chilies. So now it can be used for small babies also, when we don't want to clearly reveal their sex. We can say that the small baby has torn its clothes, or we can say I love the baby. When I saw the child, it was crying. So it can be used for small babies without sex, if we don't want to reveal their sex, generally if we speak about them, so we can use it for them. Now it can be used for small babies also, when we don't want to clearly, reveal their sex. We can say that the small baby has torn its clothes, or when I saw the child, it was crying. So it can be used for small babies without sex, if we don't want to reveal their sex, generally if we speak about them, so we can use it for them. Now it can be used as a provisional and temporary subject before the verb to be, when the real subject follows. Now, if a pronoun stands for collective noun and collective noun is taken as a whole, it will be used in singular number and neuter gender. Like we can say that the jury has given its verdict. Okay, so here we see the jury has given, jury is collective noun, and we can say that jury has given its verdict. So we are using singular noun, and at the same time we are using neuter gender for it. So sometimes it can be used to emphasize noun or pronoun when we say that it is you who started the quarrel, or we can say it is I who have done this job, or it was Ravi who started the talking first. So it can be used like this only to give emphasis to noun and pronoun. Now sometimes we can start our sentence with the introductory it, like it's raining, or it's Sunday, or it's fine. So in this way, there are lots of uses of it's. Now let's talk more about personal pronoun. Since we know that your personal pronoun, it always stands for a noun, so it must be of the same gender or person or number as the noun. Okay, Now it can be it can't be different. It should be this it's same number, person, and gender as of the pronoun noun. So let's see. Now if a pronoun stand for collective noun and collective noun is taken as a whole, it will be used in singular number and neuter gender. Like we can say that the jury has given its verdict. Okay, so here we see the jury has given, jury is collective noun, and we can say that jury has given its verdict. So we are using singular noun, and at the same time we are using neuter gender for it. And like if we say every soldier and every sailor was in his place, or but if we talk about the collective noun as a separate individuals comprising as whole, we can use plural noun to show the the dividing things, or the separate individuals are there. Like we can say the jury has divided in their opinion. Now we are not using it for it because we are talking about the individual members of the jury. So that is why we will use plural pronoun that is there. Okay, we can say the committee decided the matter without leaving their seat. Okay, so now when two singular nouns are joined together by a conjunction and, it always takes pronoun of what should I say, it pronoun of plural number. Like if we say Tom and Ravi work together, they are praised for it. So we have used Tom and Ravi, they are two single individual and they are combined by the conjunction and. So that is why in next sentence which are talking about these two people, we have used plural pronoun, that is they. This is third person plural number. Okay, now when two singular nouns are joined by and preceded by each and every, they always take singular pronoun. Like if we say every soldier and every sailor was in his place, so we can say like either Hari or Tom has forget to take his book, or either Tina or Rani has not done her homework. So when a plural noun and a singular noun is joined by or nor, it always takes plural pronoun. Like if we say Ravi or his friends have forgot to do their duty. Okay, we cannot say they forgot to do his duty. Okay, so in this way we can say either the manager or his assistants have not done their work. Okay, so here we are using for one singular noun and one plural noun. So what we are using? We are using singular. So today we have completed this personal pronouns, and in my next video we are going to talk about reflexive and emphatic pronoun. Okay, so just watch watch my video and share and like it. Okay.